what we really, really want to touch on right now is some big news coming out the NBA, and that's that Ben Simmons has requested a trade ahead of this preseason. He does not want to play another game with the 76ers, and he wants out of Philly. So, I mean, we could just open the floor right there. I feel like there's so much to say here. I don't think he'll stay in Philly. This is so similar to the James Harden situation. He wanted out, he got out, and maybe we didn't expect it with all the pounds he put on that he would end up at maybe the number one team in the NBA. But he's there, he's dominating. Are we going to see something similar out of Ben Simmons? Is he going to just stay in Philly? There's a lot of unpredictables. I'll just open it up to you. Miles will go first. How do you feel about this Ben Simmons news? Was it shocking to you?
It wasn't shocking at all. I mean, I think that we knew that the Ben Simmons 76ers situation was headed in this direction from the way that playoff series went when he had a Darnold seeing ghost moment under the basket that I think shook everyone around the NBA, said, what's going on with Ben Simmons? Why does he not fit here anymore? And I think now that he's really cut ties and made his point clear, the 76ers are now in a position where they have to lower, because obviously they tried to get rid of a plenty, like many times over, just with these ridiculous deals that no one was really ever going to budge on. But now that the rest of the NBA knows the situation that the Sixers is in, that Ben Simmons really is going to do everything in his power not to return to Philly, I think that the 76ers will have to end up sending him elsewhere for a much lower price than they were planning on a month and a half ago.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, just to get the numbers in here before you jump in, Will, he's entering the second year of a 5-year, $177 million contract and do $33 million over this next year. That's a heavy price tag. And the other question that's going to obviously is already running rampant through the NBA is who could pay that? Are they going to lower this, like you said, Miles, or is some team going to step up and try and trade a superhero or a superstar? Yeah, Will, what do you think about this?
I think that $33 million is way too much for him. I know that came in second in the Defensive Player of the Year last year. He's a 6'10", 230-pound point guard, which is unprecedented. He's a playmaker like nobody else we've ever seen in this league. Unbelievable. Great talent, but he doesn't fit in the organization of Philly. The process has been going on for so long, and it's just the process just keeps going and going. All these Sixers fans, they're continuing this little charade, and it's getting old, and I think he needs out. And basically, there's a few teams that he's getting interest by. One's the Kings, the Warriors, the T-Wolves, Houston, and surprisingly enough, the Nets. So the Nets are obviously the most crazy team I just stated, but there's news coming out of the organization right now that Kyrie Irving is pretty upset with the fact that the people who are running the front office are trying to set up deals for him to go somewhere else. So Kyrie Irving, in an effort to combat this ridiculous trade proposal, decided to take to Instagram and tell everybody that he'd retire before going to another team. He's such a petty guy, but you got to respect it. He's got the best handle in the game. He can do it. Never mind that. The Nets are probably way out of proportion. Houston seems like an okay idea. Match him up with John Wall, figure out what that could do. Those two could really work well together. But T-Wolves is seeming like the number one place he's going to go to at the moment. You know, they snag those little point guards like D'Lo and Anthony Edwards. They got him right now. But the thing is, they're not ready to give away Cat or Edwards because those are their foundation. That's the real process, in my opinion, that's actually going to work. There's something boiling up over there, and I like it. I'm here for it, honestly.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Miles?
No, and that's a great, like you mentioned, the Timberwolves. That's a great young duo in Cat and Edwards. Obviously, Edwards much younger than Cat. Cat's a bit of a veteran at this point. You could call him in today's NBA, but Anthony Edwards showed that he deserved to be the number one overall pick. You know, it was down to him and LaMelo for that Rookie of the Year, and that'd be a crazy fit if Simmons is able to get shipped over to the T-Wolves, because that'd be a really nice trio that'd make a force in the East. And now looking back to what Ben Simmons would leave behind in such a competitive East, I don't see the 76ers being much of a competitor against teams like the Bucks, the Nets, and even what the T-Wolves could be, even like with Atlanta and the Knicks making out that core 5-6 seed of what we expect from the East, I don't really see a playoff spot from the 76ers if they do end up successfully shipping Ben Simmons. It feels like it would start over the process for him all over again with Joel Embiid looking to get 2 more pieces in there to add to that Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris duo. So it puts the Sixers in a tough spot because I don't really see success with Ben Simmons, and I surely don't see immediate success without Ben Simmons. So it's an interesting position they're in with no clear positive scenario where they come out a winner. But to me, they do end up shipping Ben Simmons off at a lower price than they wanted, and we'll see how it turns out. But Ben Simmons, I truly don't see him going back to Philadelphia.
Oh, I don't see him going back. But I mean, the 76ers only finished in 6th last year. I don't think you could really rule them out. Yeah, Embiid needs 2 more role players, but he might be able. The NBA is a game of superstars. We know that, and now you need a superstar-studded cast. You can't just have one. And I mean, Embiid finished 2nd behind Jokic last year for MVP votes, and I feel like that could be. He is unstoppable force if he stays healthy. But you guys don't think Seth Curry and Tobias Harris could step up to the plate? I mean, I think that they'll still be in the playoffs for sure, but I don't think they'll be that lost without him, especially considering the people that are considered in trade rumors for Ben Simmons right now. Yeah, you're not getting Kyrie, and you have KD backing that up. KD wants Kyrie to stay. They moved to the Nets basically together. They wanted to be together. He's not going anywhere. Yeah, maybe he'll retire if that's threatened again. But like you said, Will, I don't think he's moving anywhere. But I would argue that I don't think that the 76ers are that out of, especially out of playoff contention without Ben Simmons. They're set to take on the Raptors in preseason October 4th, and I think that should be a fun enough game. But they do have another guy that I feel kind of sentimental about, my boy Danny Green. You have good shooting out of Danny Green, and I felt like he kind of picked up the slack for Ben Simmons when Ben Simmons was shooting. I don't even know, 30% from free? No, definitely less than that.
Oh, that's correct.
30%? Okay, all right. I thought it was less. Yeah, so
Doesn't shoot the ball much.
Shot the ball 10 times to be exact.
Yeah.
So not too bad, but not good of a stat line. So yeah, I would say they wouldn't be that worried without him. And I think that the crucial thing is that they're going to get someone better. I would say, I know, Will, you're kind of in for the T-Wolves. I would say the biggest spot that they would go, that Ben Simmons could go to, is the Warriors. But I don't know if you guys saw this. The Warriors owner, Joe Lacob, just fined $50K for tampering. He referred to Ben Simmons as the Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Like, you basically could call him by his name at that point. What I see with this trade is I don't think you could take Draymond out of the Warriors, though. I think he's way too crucial. You think Warriors, yeah, you think Steph Curry, you think Splash Brothers, you think Klay Thompson, but you think Draymond and you think Andre Iguodala. I know he left for a little bit, but he's back now, and I feel like that's just a crucial thing. He is a menace on the court, too. So the Warriors are obviously looking to be back to who they were in 2015 for sure. They haven't won since 2018, but yeah, I would say that the hotbed for Ben Simmons right now would be Golden State.